How to report a hostile workplace. Hi, I'm Angie. Thanks for joining me here at Life Squared.
Welcome to Life Squared, brought to you by the Perfectly Imperfect Network, from imperfect folk everywhere.
How to report a hostile workplace. First of all, we'd like to mention that you use the least amount of force that you can. And that's the way our list goes. You try. Hopefully, you are dealing with a company that has invested in human resources. If they have over 50 employees, between, let's say, 50 and 100, they should have at least a part-time employee, or one of their employees should at least be doing HR for half the time. If they have more than 100, it is hopeful that they have a full-time HR person. It really does help. It really does save the company money, and it really does make a more happy, healthy work environment. And especially for you owners and CEOs that don't like to know all the details, that HR person is going to help you out. Although I don't recommend that. You really should know what's going on firsthand. Number one, go to that internal authority. Unless they are the perpetrator or they have failed you before. If you have gone, you have talked to them, they don't do anything about it, they don't want to know, they discourage you from giving names, they discourage you from telling them about problems, or if you've told them about the problems and they have put their head in the sand, then obviously number one doesn't work. Number two, make notes and gather information. If you have to make a journal, get a calendar, the dates that certain situations have happened, what were the circumstances surrounding them. That's what I always coach someone into doing, is making sure they have notes with as much detail as possible. Also, if there are any papers or evidence that's on paper, make sure you have that, or you have a copy of that, providing it's legal for you to make the copy. So number three, be thoughtful about witnesses. If you're going to ask somebody to witness, understand that they're putting themselves on the line, and they may or may not be uncomfortable with that. And you don't want to throw their name around. You don't want to gossip about them. You don't want to say they're going to say things that they may or may not say. Just be very thoughtful about those witnesses. Number four, know the law. Be in the know. That's why we've done this series about workplaces and what makes a workplace compliant, or at least some of the issues that make the workplace compliant. Know the law, because you don't want to be complaining about something that's silly or that you just need to cope with. So make sure you know. Number five, talk to an attorney. They can be a great source of information. And if they say that you really have an issue, you probably do. Okay? Trust those conversations you might have. They will usually give you a questionnaire to fill out. They will ask you a lot of questions. A lot of times they will have a paralegal talk to you, and then you'll talk to the attorney. If the attorney, after going through that entire process, thinks you have an issue, you probably do, and you should take their advice. Number six, proof of the negative impact. Now, you're going to find that with your diary and your journal. You're going to talk, to your doctor, your therapist. Witnesses are going to say how this impacted, how they saw that it impacted you negatively. Your diary journal will tell those things. Anybody you've talked to, but especially your therapist and your doctor. Or in the case of something really bad happening, a report to law enforcement. Number seven is kind of repetitive, but document everything. Number eight, when all is said and done, and you've done the top seven, and you've really tried to go through the internal process, then note that you're going to have to file a complaint. Now, if you hire an attorney, they can do that for you. although you do not need to make it a legal case to file it. So then you would need to file the report with the EEOC. You can also talk to law enforcement if there's a physical harm. Sometimes the Department of Aging will help you through the process if you are older. And civil rights groups will help you if this has to do with race discrimination and such. So we hope you never have to do it. We hope that you do not have to complain to the EEOC about your workplace. But you do deserve to work at a fair, healthy environment because you spend a lot of time at work. It will make your home life much happier. Your work life definitely impacts your home life. Your home life impacts your work life, of course. But we just want to help you with all the issues concerning the workplace because that's part of your life. And that's what we do here at Life Squared. So please watch the other videos, subscribe so you know when those videos are coming out. I believe the workplace series is going to run on Thursdays for about 10 weeks. Hit that like button, tell your friends about us, but by all means, make sure your workplace is compliant. And we'd like to thank you for joining us here today at Life Squared.
We really appreciate you joining us today at Life Squared on the Perfectly Imperfect Network. To get more content, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or feedback, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Thanks for watching.